Oh, hiya there, it's Lee again. Hope you're being all well and everything. Just another couple of rifles from my collection I'd like to show you today if possible. The first one is a 65-year-old Webley Mark III. This is one that I obtained from a local gun shop. The lady who brought it in, she was having a clear out in the loft. Presumably her husband had died or something like that, she was having a clear out. Anyway, she brought it into the shop and it was all beaten and scratched and bruised, and I decided I would take it and give it some love and care. I've restored all the stock. There was a big chunk missing out of the heel, and I've replaced it with a piece of American walnut. And give the stock, as I say, I ironed all the scratches and dents out of it. The actual little emblem, the Webley emblem on the side, I've restored and repainted. And yeah, this one's fitted with a Park-Hale swivel in and swivel out peep sight, target sight if you like. I'm not sure if this has been added at a later date or whether it's been done from manufacture really. But the bluing on it's really quite nice. I haven't touched the bluing, I've just given it a little light polish with some very fine steel wool and some oil. There's no pitting on it, it's just tiny little bits of like very faint sort of surface rust, but nothing too dramatic or drastic. Yeah, it's all complete, there's not a part missing on it. You can tell it's the old model, the 1965 model, no 1955 model, sorry, because the loading tap's got a nice curvature on it. It's not a straight square one. Also you've got the little flutes, if you like, along the stock on each side. This one, it's probably running, well I know it's running at about 7.8 foot-pounds, which is quite a lot really for a gun of this age. It's got a really good seal on it. So the way you test a seal is you can pull the lever down, flip the tap up, keep tight hold of the lever, pull the trigger and slowly release the lever, and then it gives a nice lets go of the air inside, which is a good way of telling. Another way of telling is to lift the lever up, loading tap, cock, and then you can hear, yeah, that's being trapped inside. It's got a really good trigger on it, as this one. Very surprised, because I thought, old rifles, they tend to be quite a simple sort of mechanism inside, but it's quite smooth and it's nice, progressive, doesn't snatch. Yeah, it's a nice trigger really for the age of the rifle. Yeah, I really do like it. What else is there? It's quite forward heavy as well, point of balance is quite far forward, and you're having to hold it up here rather than actually on the stock, because it feels as if it wants to fight all the time with the barrel. The barrel's quite heavy. But yeah, it shoots really well, it's quite accurate for the age and everything, it's lovely. So I'll probably be selling this one. It's just one that I bought as a project. I've done it, I've enjoyed it, and I'll probably let it go for sort of no less than £400, which is what they go for this age. So that's that one. As you can see, the stock on it is absolutely beautiful. Got some lovely graining on it. Nice patterning. No dings, no marks. And the bluing, as I say, is really nice. Really nice bluing. That's why I've left it alone. I was going to rub it down and re-blue it all, but to be quite honest with you, it's good enough as it is, really, for its age. I think it adds a bit of character to it as well when it's looking its age rather than looking like a brand spanking new rifle. There we go. So that's the Webley Mark III. The second rifle in my collection is a new up-to-date model, if you like, hunting rifle. This is the Benjamin Kratos. This is also in 2.2. This one, when I got it, was about 10.3 foot-pounds, that's all it was running at. So I stripped it all down, polished it all inside. Obviously you don't add any lubricant to the hammer has to run dry, so I polished the hammer to like mirror finish. Well, I lubricated all the actual filling the probe and everything, and the spring Inside's all been polished and finished off properly. Correctly set the power now to about 11.3 foot-pounds with air arms, 16 grains, which is a good margin to have really. If you have it too much, then it will go over the limit with heavier pellets. This one actually goes down and probably stays at the same with heavier pellets. I've tried it with heavier pellets in. This is wearing a Hawk, and it's the old Sidewinder, and it's the 10 times magnification by 42mm objective lens model side focus, side parallax focus, with you've got your green and your red illumination in sort of 5 different power levels, brightness levels, and a good little scope. It's like a very old scope now, but it's just the right size really for this rifle. It's not too heavy, it's not too bulky, and you know, I find with 2.2 calibre, you know, you need to have sort of a lowish magnification really. You get your aim points are a lot better then. It's lovely. We've got a lovely piece of wood underneath the air reservoir to keep your hand warm. What else have I done to this? Oh, I've put inside the shroud's quite sort of tinny, so I've put a little bit of foam here so that it absorbs the, you know, the when the noise resonates down the shroud, it muffles that a little bit inside, because you've got about, I think it's 7 baffles inside the end of the shroud, so it is actually a silencer inside, and it's fairly quiet really, to be honest. It's as quiet as you'll ever need for hunting rabbits and things like that. I was a bit dubious because I thought, well, it's not going to work, it's just going to be a pretend shroud like a lot of the corrals have, but no, it actually works. It's a good silencer, and you've got your little manometer underneath, and it goes sort of 1 to 3, so I usually pump it up to about 2.5, just over 2.5, which equates to about 170 bar, 175 bar, and that's its sort of sweet spot, the start of its sweet spot. Probably get about 12 shot magazines. I probably get about 10 magazines out of it before I start worrying about, you know, the air dropping off. Tend to fill it back up. It takes some pumping as well with a pump. I think it's part of my exercise regime is that go out shooting, have lots of fun shooting lots of pellets, and then come home and after work out pumping the rifles back up, especially this one with a bigger reservoir on. The air arms S510 Ultimate Sport is a lot easier to pump up than this. But you pump, you know, each pump sort of represents maybe half a shot, so if I fire 50 shots, that's 100 pumps I'm going to have to put in it. You know, but as I say, it's all exercise, it all keeps you looking young. Don't work with me like, but you know, it keeps you young and fit, and I think if you can get a bit of fitness out of your sport, good on you. Could buy one of these expensive compressors, I suppose, and be lazy, but that wouldn't be me. Always go the hard way around, you know. There we go. So they're the 2 rifles, both of them equally satisfying to shoot in different ways. You know, this one's laser accurate. I've actually got a target here. This is 34 metres, 10 shots in there, so it's accurate, it does the job, you know. It's going to be, and even at 30 yards the other day, well 30 metres I would have said it was, at 32 yards, I was stacking pellet on top of pellet. They were actually stacking up on top of each other, and I got 4 of them in the same hole on top of each other, and then I fired the 5th shot and it knocked the stack out onto the floor and all 4 were stuck together. It was amazing, you know, which doesn't happen very often. So it just shows it's accurate, really is accurate. And once you've cleaned the barrel out, the barrel takes some cleaning. When I first got it, I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. I never thought it was going to get clean, and you just have to keep on top of it and keep your pellets clean, keep them lubed, washed, and then just keep pulling this barrel through each time, and it'll stay, you know, keep its accuracy. Really good. I'm pleased with it actually. Not too expensive for rifle, but another sort of mid-range price-wise. But I know it's really been worth its money. At, you know, I think it was £650 or something like that when I bought it, and it's really been worth it. It's really well made. Can't fault it really. I love the trigger. I love the safety catch on it. It's just you know, it's quick and easy with your finger. The safety catch, you've got like a little adjustable trigger on the little shoe that rotates up and down and back to forwards. And yeah, it's lovely. You've got your power adjustment on the side, so if you're shooting inside a farm building and you're scared of going into the roof, you know, smashing the roof apart, you can turn it down a little bit. But yeah, it's really nice. Anyway, so that's my 2 rifles. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you stay safe, take care, and remember to stay safe shooting. And we'll see you in the next video with probably another 2 of my collection. Thank you very much. Bye then.